Archangel Michael has revealed something urgent about your person. They are filled with deep regret right now. They wish they had taken this spiritual connection more seriously. Now they see what they lost by ignoring the signs. The reason they regret it will shock you. What happened because they didn't listen has changed everything for them. But you still have time. You can avoid their mistake. You can receive what they lost forever. Archangel Michael is showing you their story so you don't walk the same painful path they now walk alone. This person shares a soul bond with you that goes deeper than normal relationships. But when the connection first appeared, they pushed it away. They felt the same things you might be feeling now. Strange pulls towards certain thoughts. Dreams that felt too real. Moments when someone's face appeared in their mind for no reason. They told themselves it meant nothing. They were too busy to pay attention. Too logical to believe in such things. Too afraid to explore what it might mean. Archangel Michael was sending them signs just like he sends you signs now. Little whispers in their heart. Gentle nudges to pay attention. Synchronicities that seemed too perfect to be chance. But they ignored every single one. They had no idea what they were rejecting. You have been given the chance they threw away. Because they ignored the connection, doors closed that will never open again. Opportunities passed that cannot return. Blessings moved on to others who were ready to receive them. Now they carry the heavy weight of knowing what could have been. They see clearly what was offered and what they refused. The regret cuts deeper every day. They want to go back and change their choice. But divine timing does not wait for anyone. Once the window closes, it stays closed. They learned this truth too late. Archangel Michael is intervening now to save you from their fate. He shows you their pain so you can choose differently. Right now you might be ignoring signs just like they did. Dismissing feelings as imagination. Telling yourself you'll pay attention later when you have more time. But the signs around you will not last forever. The connection calling to you has an expiration date. Your person learned this the hardest way possible. Like this video now to avoid making the same mistake they made. Archangel Michael says this person ignored every early warning that came to them. They received clear messages through dreams but brushed them off as random brain activity. They felt strong urges to reach out to certain people, but talked themselves out of it. They noticed repeating numbers and symbols but called it coincidence. They heard inner whispers guiding them toward important choices but chose logic over intuition every time. Their mind was too busy with daily life. Work demands filled their thoughts. Social obligations consumed their energy. Entertainment distracted their attention. They kept pushing the spiritual connection to the side, always planning to explore it later. If they had listened, they would have learned truths that would have saved them years of struggle. They would have received warnings about situations to avoid. They would have found people meant to help them on their journey. Their life would look completely different now. They would have walked an easier path. They would have found their purpose sooner. They would have avoided relationships that hurt them and found ones that would have healed them. The protection Archangel Michael offered them stayed just out of reach because they wouldn't accept it. Blessings prepared specifically for them were given to others who had open hearts. Now they sit with the crushing weight of what if and if only. They see what their life became compared to what it could have been. The gap between those two realities haunts them every single day. You are standing exactly where they once stood. The same choice sits before you. Their regret can become your wisdom if you choose to learn from their mistake. Type Amen right now to open your spiritual awareness to divine guidance. Archangel Michael says this person now sees the signs with perfect clarity. Looking back, they cannot believe how obvious everything was. The universe was practically screaming at them to pay attention. There were specific moments they wish they could replay and handle differently. The morning they woke up thinking intensely about someone but decided not to call. The afternoon they felt pulled to visit a certain place but chose convenience instead. The evening they almost started a spiritual practice but got distracted by something trivial. Each time they dismissed a sign, they created a pattern. Ignore, dismiss, postpone, forget. This pattern became a wall between them and their divine guidance. The wall grew thicker with each choice to turn away. Archangel Michael was trying to tell them about a major life change coming. He wanted to prepare them so they could navigate it with grace. But they never listened long enough to receive the full message. The guidance they rejected would have opened incredible doors for them. Relationships that needed healing could have been restored. Career opportunities they didn't even know existed could have been theirs. Spiritual gifts waiting to awaken inside them stayed dormant and asleep. They could have learned important truths years earlier. Truths that would have saved them from pain and confusion. Knowledge that would have set them free from limiting beliefs. Now they look at your current signs and see their own past reflected back. They recognize the same dismissive thoughts they had. The same excuses they made. The same "I'll do it later" attitude that cost them everything. Your signs will not keep appearing forever. The universe moves on when people refuse to respond. The divine timing that surrounds you right now has a beginning and an end. Act while the window stands open. If you wish to strengthen your spiritual awareness and avoid their mistakes, you can give super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Each offering opens your channel to divine guidance and shows your commitment to not repeating their pattern of regret. The investment you make now prevents the loss they experienced. Type 777 now to receive the clarity and protection this person wishes they had claimed. Archangel Michael says this person now faces consequences they never imagined possible. Their life unfolded along a much harder path because they refused the easier one offered to them. They can see exactly what they could have prevented if they had just listened. Pain that didn't need to happen. Losses that could have been avoided. Years spent searching for answers that were trying to find them all along. The loneliness of knowing the truth too late sits heavy in their heart. They understand now what was being offered. They recognize the divine hand that was reaching toward them, but they pushed it away again and again. Now they try desperately to reconnect, but the sacred timing has passed. The specific alignment of energies that existed before cannot be recreated. That particular door has closed and locked behind them. Archangel Michael had wanted to protect them from struggles they would face. He saw what was coming and tried to prepare them. But his warnings fell on closed ears and distracted minds. The challenges they now face could have been so much lighter. The path they now walk could have been so much smoother. Every difficulty reminds them of the guidance they refused. They want more than anything to warn others not to make their mistake. They want you specifically to understand what you risk by ignoring your own signs. You still have a window of opportunity they lost. You still have access to the divine timing they squandered. You still have the chance to say yes where they said no. This moment right now is your critical decision point. The choice you make today will determine whether you walk their path of regret or a different path entirely. Type 333 now to claim the divine protection available to you today. Archangel Michael says this person wishes desperately they had known certain things back then. Simple truths that would have changed their entire trajectory. They wish they had known that spiritual signs don't wait around forever. They wish they had understood that divine timing is real and cannot be controlled. They wish someone had told them that later often means never. The actions that would have changed everything were so simple. Just a few moments of quiet listening each day. Just opening their heart to possibility instead of closing it with doubt. Just trusting their intuition instead of overthinking every feeling. It would have required such little effort compared to the massive impact it would have created. Minutes of attention that would have saved years of struggle. Small choices that would have led to enormous blessings. But they thought they had unlimited time. They assumed the connection would always be there waiting whenever they got around to it. They felt secure that nothing important would pass them by. The exact moment they could have acted sits frozen in their memory. They replay it over and over, wishing they could step back into that moment and choose differently. Their one choice not to listen created a domino effect through their entire life. One small no that led to another and another until they had built a wall between themselves and their destiny. Archangel Michael is now showing them everything so they can share it with you. Their message to you is simple: don't wait. Don't dismiss. Don't assume you have more time. The gift of awareness you have right now is precious beyond measure. The gratitude they wish they had felt then, you can feel today. If you wish to honor the lesson this person learned and break the pattern of spiritual neglect, you can give super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Each offering represents your investment in staying open to divine guidance. It shows you value the connection they lost. Type $9.99 right now to claim the divine timing meant specifically for you. Archangel Michael says this person lost a very specific blessing that was prepared just for them. Something beautiful was waiting in the connection they refused. Abundance in forms they had never imagined was ready to flow into their life. Financial opportunities they didn't know existed. Creative gifts they never knew they possessed. Relationships that would have filled them with joy. Healing for old wounds was available through the connection. Pain they had carried for years could have been released. Patterns that kept them stuck could have been broken. Freedom was right there within reach. They could have experienced a complete transformation of their inner and outer world. The person they could have become was so much more aligned with their soul purpose. The peace they could have found was deep and lasting. A specific purpose was trying to find them through the spiritual connection. A mission they were meant to fulfill. A calling that would have given their life profound meaning. But they stepped away from the divine plan designed specifically for them. The path Archangel Michael had carefully prepared went unwalked. The synchronicities he had arranged to guide them were ignored and wasted. People who were meant to cross their path at exact moments never got the chance to meet them. Conversations that would have sparked important realizations never happened. Experiences that would have awakened them remained forever out of reach. Your own connection holds similar treasures waiting for you. Blessings prepared specifically for your unique journey. Gifts that match your soul's desires perfectly. The difference between you and them is that you are hearing this warning while you still have time. You can choose to honor what is being offered to you right now today. Type Amen right now to accept the spiritual connection fully and break the pattern of regret that trapped your person in endless sorrow. Archangel Michael confirms you have received the warning that could save your spiritual journey. Your awareness sets you apart from the mistake your person made. You have chosen to listen where they chose to ignore. You have opened your heart where they kept theirs closed. You have valued the connection where they dismissed it as unimportant. The path before you now looks completely different from the one they walk. You have claimed protection they refused. You have accepted blessings they pushed away. The divine guidance Archangel Michael offers flows freely to you now. The synchronicities meant for you will continue to appear. The doors prepared for your journey stand open wide. You have honored the sacred connection between your soul and the divine realm. Type Amen to seal your commitment to this divine connection blessed by Archangel Michael.